Hey everybody, this is Jason Yeagley, middle school principal, and I am sitting here with Mrs. Rockwell. She's taken a few minutes out of her summer. She's kind of enjoying her time and getting ready for the school year. And I wanted all fifth graders to get to know Mrs. Rockwell since she'll be a teacher you have. Mrs. Rockwell, thanks a lot for joining us. I appreciate
Sure.
that. Let me ask you, start out with this one. How long have you been a teacher at West Branch?
I am starting my 26th year this year.
Awesome. Have you been at West Branch the whole time in education, or were you somewhere else?
I 1 year in Sebring and the rest at West Branch.
All right. So pretty much West Branch the whole time. Little stint there on our noisy neighbor,
Yeah.
up the road. So great. Well, anything you're comfortable with, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been married for a very long time. I have 3 boys that all live out of state. I have a physical therapist, a nurse practitioner, and an athletic trainer.
Wow. Well, that is impressive. And they're all in the medical field too. So that's good.
They are.
Very good. And I know you have some grandkids. How many grandkids do you have?
I have 2 boys and 2 little girls.
Nice.
And they're very, very far away.
Yeah. And I know you get to visit them, but not nearly as much as you probably want to.
Not nearly as much as I'd like. You are correct.
Yeah. Well, let's hop over to you have been a math teacher here for a long time, and you're hopping into a new role, which I really appreciate. I'm looking forward to your role as a health teacher, which the fifth graders will have in a few years as a health teacher.
Right.
But we're here to talk about a class that I am really pumped about. I know that you gave up some additional time and came in. You and Mrs. Shreve are going to be teaching a new class called Warrior Way. And we've all kind of worked on it together, and it's really best described, and I'm going to talk about it at orientation, but it's a transition class full of a lot of things, a lot of things that kids don't know that they should know. So I know this is a new class. What are some things, you'd like to share about this class that you've yet to actually teach yet?
Well, we're going to try and help the kids with the lockers, with the building layout, learning the teachers' names, learning the ins and outs of just everyday functioning in the school. And then hopefully we're going to hit on how to make good decisions and what to do when you make a bad decision. It's just things along those lines, because it'll happen.
Yeah, it's really cool. And like I said, we all sat down and talked together. And I'm looking at the list here on my board right now. She hit many of them, but she's going to add some stuff in there, such about digital citizenship. We're bombarded with that digital world, and good and bad things can happen with that. The growth mindset, just like academic tips, just really doing everything to support those kids. And we've never had this class. And those fourth graders have not a whole lot of autonomy just by the nature of fourth grade. And we're really, we kind of turn them loose in fifth grade, and we've always kind of scratched our head. And here's what I'm also pumped about. Mrs. Rockwell has just been with fifth graders for so long. So when she's teaching this class, she's going to be, using her experience to try to help fix some things before they happen.
I hope that's the goal.
Yes. Yeah, that's the goal. And I have all the confidence that that's going to go well. So I think I know this answer, but I want to ask. So we talked a little bit about inside a class. It's going to be a hands-on class. They'll be doing things, learning things, shaking hands, all kinds of stuff. Outside of class, do you foresee having a ton of homework, some homework, or probably not a whole lot at all?
I foresee having none. I mean, there might be some things like, we're going to expect them to learn their locker combination right away, but that's not homework. This is something that should come to them by doing it. So no, I don't anticipate Mrs. Shreve and I giving any homework at all.
Right. That's kind of what I thought. And I thought at worst, you might be doing some kind of manners thing, and you might go home and say, hey, ask your parents, like how, like that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's great. Let me hop over. And I know in some ways I've been interviewing all the different fifth grade teachers, and yours is probably the harder interview, only because it hasn't been a class yet here at the school at all. But maybe talk a little bit about how you and Mrs. Shreve envision kind of giving some grades, different general ways that they'll get grades.
Right. They will be graded. And the goal here is that even if they fail something the first time, that eventually they get it right and can pull that grade up. Like, for instance, their first grade will be, can you get your locker open like that with no help?
Yeah.
So we'll do that fairly early on. because it's important. There was what, 2 minutes between classes this year?
There's two.
Yeah,
Two
and if they're
minutes.
going to lockers, which they really don't have time to do, and even at lunch and stuff, they need to be able to do that quickly and efficiently. So, like, that's one of the things. And I know we
Yeah.
had talked about we're going to do a map of the building, and after we practice it and study it and play some games with it, we're going to have them identify where certain rooms are at. And again, there's always going to be room to fix it, but the goal here is that they get it first time out the gate.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to it. So the grades are getting, really, as you said, are going to be authentic, identifying teachers, just real
Right.
practical things. And then I really like that you're going to build in some opportunity, for them if they really kind of mess up on something to get it right. So that's good. I appreciate that. So, what are a couple, and you're putting your general teaching hat on. You've been a teacher a long time, whether it's math or other subjects I'm not even referencing. Just what are a few tips that you like your kids and families to know, going into it, just to be proactive? 2 or 3 things you'd like to tell them.
Organization is key.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It's going to be hard for them this year with the movement in the hallways, but organization is key. The more they can compact everything possibly into a binder or something to carry their stuff with them is going to be good. Getting their work done in a timely manner. My guess there, welcome to the real world. There are deadlines and stuff needs done on time. And I think they're going to find this year that a lot of the teachers are not going to give them any leadway there. You got to get it done. You got to get it done on time. And try to be pleasant and have a good outlook on everything. And always know that someone's there if you need to talk to someone. Don't lash out. Always come to someone. I think that's one of the biggest problems we have in 5th grade is the infighting when they get comfortable with each other. And then, well, you're not my friend and you're my friend. And this stuff goes on a lot in 5th grade. And we're hoping to curb a lot of it. They just need to know that there's other answers and other solutions.
Yeah.
The stuff like that.
Right. No, those are awesome tips, and I couldn't agree with those more. So, I think the kids, I think it's exciting when you see those 4th graders grow into this 5th grade. I think one of the biggest growth points you have in all school, K-12, happens between 5th and 6th grade, and I think you would agree with me on that.
I do think it's 5 to 6, but 4 to 5 is huge. They come in as babies and they go out as teenagers.
That's true. That is true. So it's a big growth point for kids. Hey, my last question. You've been here a while. What do you love about teaching here at West Branch?
I love the kids more than anything.
Yeah.
We really don't have the issues that a lot of school districts have. They come to us pretty well ready to learn, and they're just overall good kids.
Yeah, I agree. And I would throw in one additional thing. I really do think we have a great staff here. And I think that they do what's best for kids. And I think they like kids, and I think they want to help kids.
Yeah, we do.
So,
okay.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot for taking a little time. I know you're enjoying you're on your porch. I'm envious. I'm in a stinking office. So, I will see you soon.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. See ya.
See ya.